Welcome to the IVF Journey with Dr. Michael Chapman, the podcast for couples who struggle with infertility and want to fulfill their dreams of becoming parents. In this podcast, you'll learn actionable strategies to deal with infertility from Dr. Michael Chapman, or Prof as he's affectionately known. Prof is the co-founder of IVF Australia and is a leading Australian infertility specialist who has helped over 3,000 couples realise their dreams of becoming parents. To access previous episodes packed with ideas, solutions and tips that actually work, head over to Dr. Chapman's IVF podcast on iTunes. You can also ask questions by contacting Dr. Chapman's rooms on 1800 111 483 or by emailing him michael.chapman@ivf.com.au.
That first cry of a baby born after the long journey of IVF remains one of the most beautiful experiences in the world. As an obstetrician and an IVF specialist, I've had the privilege of experiencing this over many thousands of times in my long career, but I still remain moved by each baby's first cry. It signifies the end of a long journey and the beginning of a new life. This is Professor Michael Chapman, co-founder of IVF Australia and host of the IVF Journey podcast. Thanks for tuning in. To access all the previous episodes, head over to my website, www.theivfjourney.com, and select IVF Journey Podcast from the navigation menu. You'll also be able to find the various services that we provide at IVF Australia. So, it's that time of year. It's Christmas time. And Christmas is a time, as we all know, for children. Santa bringing presents, relatives giving presents, the excitement of children opening presents. The infertile couple, however, miss out on this joy. And so it's often a very hard time of the year for them. Being prepared for Christmas for an infertile couple is very sensible. So you're not caught out. Because people are unfeeling and not very sensitive when it comes to not having children. You might be seeing relatives who you haven't seen for some time. Christmas is a time to get together as a big family. But be ready. Be ready for the first question. Why haven't you had any children yet? And when they find out, as the grapevine usually does, that you've been trying to get pregnant and been unsuccessful, be ready for the inane comments. Comments like, just relax, it'll happen, when you know you've been trying and not been successful. Some people will say, well, it'll happen over Christmas. You're taking a vacation, you'll be fine. Having a relative who's pregnant is not very helpful either when they whinge about her ankles being swollen. And while pregnancy is uncomfortable, not being pregnant is even more uncomfortable. Be grateful for the children that you've already got. It's not an uncommon comment with when you have one child or two children and you're trying to get another child and everyone knows about it. Then you get to some really crass comments like, God has other plans for you, or maybe it's just meant to be. But that's not very helpful, not helpful for your emotions. But being prepared for that commentary, talking with your partner about the expectation or the story that you're going to tell to cover up. But I suppose the most crass comment that I've heard a patient say, their kind mother-in-law said, was, why don't you just adopt? But parenthood is what you want, and adoption really in this day and age is almost impossible. So getting ready for Christmas, focus on the family that you have, be optimistic about the future, but be ready for the commentary that almost certainly will come as relatives and friends gather around the Christmas period. Look forward to the following year and hopefully the continuation of a journey that ends up with success. And don't forget that you can access all the previous episodes by going to our website, www.theivfjourney.com. ivfjourney.com and select IVF Journey podcast from the navigation menu.
Thank you for listening to the IVF Journey with Dr. Michael Chapman, the podcast which helps couples negotiate their way through the IVF journey, all the way to parenthood. You can also ask questions by contacting Dr. Chapman's rooms on 1800 111 483 or by emailing him michael.chapman@ivf.com.au.